Mr. President, election observation missions are a central and vital element of EU support for human rights, democratisation and good governance. I'd like to speak with particular reference to observation missions in Africa because there is a special partnership between the EU and African, Caribbean and Pacific countries. Often the observation mission takes place within a framework of development support under the Cotonou Agreement. For the elections in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 2006, for instance, there was substantial technical support for the election registration process. And election observation missions should also come in a framework of support after the election, as Mrs de Keyser's report emphasises. There is a huge need for practical technical help after elections, for training of civil servants, for instance, for peer-to-peer exchanges with other parliamentarians. Newly elected parliaments need support so that they can strengthen their own capacity to hold their executives to account. And there also needs to be a political follow-up to the elections, most obviously on the recommendations of the observation mission, which need to be followed up before the next round of elections. A few other points. Yes, the election observation mission has a very special place in that it's independent and it's ring-fenced from the rest of the process. It isn't the Commission. It's different from external relations. And yes, the observation mission needs to talk to the local Commission delegation, needs to talk to the ambassadors of the Member States and also to other observation missions. But it isn't answerable to any of them, and its independence is its strength. So liaison and coordination, yes, but I don't think we should have joint missions with other bodies because that is liable to compromise the very important independence of the EU observation mission. I noticed the wish to expand observation missions to be more active in the southern Mediterranean, and I can understand that, but it shouldn't be at the expense of missions in emerging democracies in Asia, Latin America and especially Africa. And as various people have said, missions don't come cheap, so if we're going to have extra missions, we're going to need extra budget. Thank you, Mr. President.